been any problems whatsoever. And don't say the economy or Iraq or income.
Ooh, thank you, Matt, for putting this out here because I've been thinking about this topic for like the last 5 days. Bit of a disclaimer, this comes from somebody who plays a shit ton of 5e, but also, has a ton of like other TTRPG books that I just don't get to play nearly as much as I would like. People talk about X game being the D&D killer. I don't think they realize just how big D&D is or who owns them. Everybody knows Wizards of the Coast owns D&D, but also Hasbro owns D&D, and Hasbro is owned by an even bigger mega corporation. Whenever there's a multi-billion-dollar multinational corporation, you're not trying to beat them, you're trying to survive them. Yeah, I know this genre is supposed to be a warning, not a guidebook. That being said, this is a bit different from mom and pop shops getting destroyed because Walmart moved in down the road. Because there's so much space for indie authors to publish what they want. I'm not saying it's easy or massively profitable, but they can. Now, what does that matter to being a D&D killer? Simply put, there won't be a D&D killer is what I'm trying to get at. At least in my opinion, mostly because Hasbro's not going to let the golden goose that is D&D die without any good reason. The biggest push I ever saw to get away from D&D was everything that went down with the OGL. Now it's a good time for creators to step away from D&D as a brand that they were clutching onto, but at the same time, it didn't really change anything for the consumers because it didn't change anything for consumers. For a D&D killer to actually take hold, D&D has to become so unimaginably tainted, toxic, and destroyed as a brand itself, not just an edition, but as a brand that people and consumers don't want to even associate with the brand Dungeons & Dragons. I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of consumers are more than happy to look the other way for morally questionable things from brands they love. This is our present time show.